Okay, had to start this over again. Excuse me, but I just finished eating and I'm getting dumping syndrome again. I get that quite often. If what I'm eating's got too much of oil and sugar together, I get really ill for about an hour. So that's what's going on now. Excuse me. So I've been asked to do the reading on the Malaysia 360 flight and what happened to it. I pulled the first two cards, so what I got was, going into it, we had something that took place concretely. Okay, so it looks like from this, what I'm reading with that, was their path where they were going, and this kind of came out of the blue. Something unexpected, and it was, something that was very deadly. Deadly, that's all we can say with that. So looking at the center of it, what we have is about trying to hold on. So maybe we'll pull the rest of the card, but what I'm feeling with that right away is maybe something happened with the navigation system, or just what do they call, the flaps or something, but they were trying to hold the airplane, but it doesn't look like they were able to keep control of it. The challenge was about the energy and going forward, okay? Clarification, yeah, trying to do the best they could. Now, that could be the card of theft, but it also, I see it as the takeaway, the mental takeaway of trying to figure out what they could do, because there was a problem with the energy of it and trying to hold it. So as I'm getting that, again, what I'm feeling is it was some kind of a mechanical error with the plane, and they're trying to hold it, but it looks like perhaps it nosedived. But let's pull the rest of the cards. I could be wrong, but from this, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, again, they tried to offer something. They tried to figure out what they could do with what was coming in, trying to temper it again, trying to get it back to balance. Yeah. When we have the devil, again, this was the emotional, a lot of emotion with this. The water. Yeah, water. And trying to hold it again. I keep getting that feeling of trying to hold on, but it was headed towards the water. Yeah. Above it, holding on. They were, the message, concrete message about what they were trying to do. It could be also something to do with navigation, the stars, navigating. And also she's there with the water. So again, trying to hold it. Yeah, challenge. Usually that's the mental realm, so something strong was coming in, and again trying to hold it. Mentally trying to figure out how they could navigate and hold this, because it wasn't acting the way it should. I feel like they just prayed, because things were up in the air. A lot of stuff was happening. Underneath of it again was the message of the energy, the movement of things. Yeah. And it looks like they tried to with the Hierophant also, it's somebody that knows what they're doing, somebody you can come to for advice. So it wasn't that they were incompetent, but they were trying to figure out the takeaway. They were going through their minds of everything that they could do, but there was so much stuff up in the air that they weren't able to control it. So let's go through, we'll break it down. So the overarching theme of this reading is, we start out with temperance, which can be about balance. Again, they're over water again. We have the devil, so that's telling me in this context that they were really having a difficult time with it. There was some error. Could be something again, the water, it keeps coming back to the water. You know, they were competent, but there was some sort of a mechanical error is what it appears. Because we have going into it, this is something that came out of the blue concretely. And they had the message was what was coming out, what was starting, what can we do? And they were trying to hold on, okay? They were trying to hold on, trying to perhaps message somebody and trying to hold it steady, because we had an offering. And again, this is all about water, emotion, but I think in this case it's about water. And just, again, so many things up in the air. And when it came to the mental thing, they tried to take away what they could take away, leave the rest, take the best, trying to figure out the best they could do with the strongest action possible, okay? What is the strongest thing we can do, the takeaway? So going into it again, we have trying to maintain the being able to hold on to the energy of it, trying to figure the way to go forward. And again, he's looking out over what? The water. The water. How far can we go? Again, we have the king and the queen. So they did, it looks like they did everything they could, but it's feeling like some sort of a malfunction with the plane. And I just get that feeling, you know, when you've seen a plane go into a nosedive and you're trying to pull it back, pull it and keep it up in the air, but I feel like something happened with the flaps, that they couldn't pull out of it, and they went down. Something happened that they couldn't pull out of it, okay? It went into a nosedive. And they it looks like they tried to contact somebody perhaps with a mayday something, but I don't know if they were able to contact anyone or not. I don't know if that, but it looked like they possibly would try to do that, and racking their head, tried to think any way that they could to hang on. Can we make it to land? Can we? But it looks like absolutely it wasn't possible. So I don't feel like it was somebody that was, you know, we've had a few times where somebody was just depressed and they went down, suicide, and took everyone with them. I don't feel it was that. Felt like more of a mechanical error, something to do with the flaps and going into a steep nosedive and not being able to pull out of it. Yeah, just a very difficult thing, sad thing. So thank you for your question, and I'll see you online.